Hooked from the very first page, here's a sizzling summary of the business trip by Jessie Garcia. Get ready for a ride you'll want to hear in audiobook form. Yes, it's free with Audible, link in the description below. Stephanie Monroe, a driven news producer juggling a demanding job and the hollow ache of a fractured personal life, is off on another business trip, this time to San Diego. Meanwhile, Jasmine Littleton, trapped in a life of grit and fear in a trailer park and desperate to escape her abusive partner, takes a bold leap. She books a flight to Denver. By chance, these two women, worlds apart, land on the very same plane. At first, their stories seem unrelated, and yet a cryptic convergence begins. Within days, friends and loved ones of both women receive texts, startlingly similar messages about a man named Trent McCarthy. Then silence, then disappearance. These two women vanish, leaving behind only a trail of uneasy phone pings, shady conversations, and more questions than answers. From here, the narrative splits into a high-tension puzzle. The newsroom wonders where Stephanie has gone. Jasmine's world scrambles under the threat of her ex-boyfriend's rage and her own daring escape plan. Investigators trace the breadcrumbs to a charming yet dangerous figure, Trent, who seems to play a role in both shocking disappearances. But as the layers peel back, the assailant becomes the victim and the victim becomes the predator. Who is manipulating whom? Garcia's debut uses multiple viewpoints, friends, colleagues, investigators, to weave a web of suspense. As the chapters race forward, the tension ratchets up and the twisty revelations hit like punches. The book doesn't just ask what happened, it asks how much of what we believe is actually real. And when your story stops making sense, whose version do you trust? By the time you reach the last fraction of the book, it's clear this is no ordinary thriller. It's a masterclass in unexpected turns and mirrored lives. Stephanie's story and Jasmine's story are two halves of a whole that's darker than either could have imagined. The business trip that promised escape becomes the trip of no return. If you love psychological thrillers that keep you guessing and surprise you again just when you're sure you've got it figured out, this is your next listen. Tap into the audiobook version of the business trip via Audible, link in the description, and dive into a story that winds tighter and darker with every turn. Trust me, you're going to want to listen.